Hi there everyone, I am Jennifer the Divine Levine, and today what we're going to be making is celery juice. Celery juice is what I have every morning after I have my lemon water. But of course, after you have your lemon water, you have to wait at least 20 minutes before drinking your celery juice. Just something to keep in mind. I got this from the medical medium, of course. I'm sure that everybody on the internet has been doing celery juice. Some people like it, some people hate it. I love celery juice. So what I have in front of me right here is I have some celery that I have washed with tap water, and then I've kind of used the Brita water to get it a little bit more clean. And we have our blender. We're just going to stick that off to the side. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting up the pieces. So let me just move this up a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. Oh, now you can't see the celery. Ugh, okay. All right, adjustment. Okay, well, that's how it's going to be. All right, so let's start by cutting the celery. I'm going to put some of these off here to the side and take them as I need them. And the smaller you cut your pieces, the easier it's going to be for the blender to blend. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these little pieces. And here we go. Now, Anthony William, he says that while you can use these, they're not optimal, I guess. But I feel if you use the whole plant, it's probably better for some reason. I don't know. I mean, using the whole plant is always a good idea. It's kind of like when you eat an apple, you eat the whole apple. Yeah, that's what I said, the whole apple. I eat the seeds, the core, everything. Not the stem, though. I don't eat the stem, but everything. Okay, so we're cutting the pieces. Just making nice little pieces. And now some people have a juicer, and if you have one of those wonderful Omega masticating juicers, good for you. I don't happen to have one. I don't really have room for it here in my kitchen. I suppose if some person was going to be like, yeah, here's a juicer. Ooh. I don't know. I'd have to find a place for it, and that would be tedious. So anyway, let's keep chopping. I've had a pretty good morning so far. I've done Rodney Yee AM yoga, and then I did Green Energy of the Heart workout 2. And then I did Tracy Long's Reboot #1. And, you know, my intention was to get a workout that was going to make me really, really, really sweaty, and it was going to be like hard. And Reboot was kind of a just right sort of workout. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too easy. It was kind of just right. And it's probably better for me because I am I'm mostly Vata in the Ayurvedic skin types. I take my little knife, get this little dirty piece off here. Just kind of scrape off the dirt. Yeah. So the other thing that I've been doing is I have been eating my main meal, or sometimes my only meal. Well, no, my main meal. I usually have something for breakfast, and then an hour later I'll eat lunch because my breakfast is so light. Like today we're having celery juice, which is not, I don't count that as breakfast. This is basically a calorie-free food. And so what I've been having for lunch is I've been eating salads. Well, that's what I had yesterday. Now yesterday was kind of weird because I was finishing up a watermelon. So it was one of those baby watermelons. So it was maybe 1/3 of that watermelon. 1/3 of the baby watermelon. That was what I had for breakfast. And then when you eat melon, you have to make sure, you guys know what chopping looks like. Put my face up here. Okay, there we go. So, gotta knife out the dirty bits. What was I saying? Oh yes. When you eat melon, any kind of melon, now this is one of those food combining rules that a lot of people harp on, and they tell you about these food combining rules, and they're not rules. You don't have to follow them if you don't want to. I mean, my God, you're free to do whatever you want. But the thing is that melon, watermelon, or whatever kind of melon. My favorite is watermelon. It was a yellow watermelon from Trader Joe's, and I liked it. It wasn't as good as the pink watermelon, though. So I think next time I'll just buy the pink watermelon. It was also a little more expensive, probably because it was a novelty item. So anyway, yeah, I love watermelon. So when you eat watermelon or any other kind of melon, it's important that you wait at least an hour before you eat anything else, because if you don't, you are going to be burping that watermelon all day long. Yes. So you have to be careful with certain foods, melon in particular. So that's what I had yesterday. It was about a third of one of those baby watermelons. The previous night I had finished another third, and then that morning my mother and I had consumed the other third of the watermelon. And they're baby watermelons, they're not big, so yes, I'm justifying here. I ate a lot of watermelon yesterday. It was delicious. And what else did I have yesterday? So yesterday, just the watermelon, and then after that I had a salad, and I wasn't terribly hungry, but it was basically a salad with the dressing that I made the other day, the dressing with a zucchini tomato base. And now that dressing, when I was done with the video, I figured out what was wrong with that dressing. And what was wrong with that dressing is that I used too much zucchini. Yeah, I mean, you saw me cut off a piece of that zucchini. Well, I should have used the little piece in there. That's all I'm saying. Okay, cutting off the little bits here. So I had a salad, a big salad, like a big plate full of salad with some of that. And then I had some sprinkly things on the top. You know, those ones from Trader Joe's that have like sesame seeds in them and everything. And then I also had 2 teaspoons of chia seeds. And I didn't add any nuts or anything, but I did add 5 of those little black avocados, because you get 5 in one serving, so I'm going to eat them. I love those black avocados. They typically, they either come in olive oil, or you can get them in water. I buy them in water because, you know, you don't really want to be eating that much oil. Now the thing about olives is, this is what I heard somewhere, is that it is the only place where you can get omega-9 fats is from olives, or olive oil, if you want to go with the oil. And I usually do not use the olive oil because oil is, you know, it's oil. It's highly caloric. We don't want to gain any weight. We want to lose weight. I know I sound crazy, right? Because I'm perfect, but no. Okay, so I was watching Tracy Long today, and I was thinking, man, she has gained some weight over the years. But then at the end of the workout, I saw her standing with her feet together, and I noticed that her legs didn't touch. I mean, she was standing up. Well, you can't see my thighs here, but thighs. So if your thighs touch at all, then you got a little bit of fat to lose. That's the rule. She didn't have, her feet were together and her legs did not touch. That is a sign of a fit individual, let me tell you. But she is kind of, she's like, bam, you know? Anyway, I don't want to be that big, but hey, you know, she looks very, very fit, so good for her. But yeah, my legs still touch. So I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. My thighs touch. My upper thighs touch. Okay. So I have that. Here I am sounding like a sick anorexic. No, it's okay. I'm eating, really. So anyway, after the first salad, I had a second salad. And that second salad, I just had the dressing. Remember, that was the avocado with the zucchini and tomato dressing that I made the other day, and just some black pepper, and that was pretty good. I finished that, and then I had half a frozen banana, and 4 strawberries with a tablespoon of cacao nibs. And that was what I ate yesterday. And then I also had some flax in water later on today with some other stuff. So really, it was just basically the watermelon and the salads and that banana and strawberry that really had, you know, and then there was some flaxseed later. But, you know, I didn't eat much yesterday. I mean, I was not hungry yesterday. I'm hungry now. I'm gonna make my celery juice. Look how much, you know what? This is like, so when I broke this celery up into 2 pieces because, you know, usually in a, for each thing of celery that you buy, you can get, you know, about 2 servings of celery juice out of it, or at least I can. I don't know about other people, but that's about how much I get. And so yesterday, the celery juice that I got, the volume I got, was a little bit less than 2 cups. This is probably going to be a lot of celery juice today, but that's okay, because we love celery juice. It's so delicious. I'll just cut the bad bits off, and all right. Now wait a second. I have a little bit left. You know what? I am going to cut these up and put them in. But you know what? I have so much celery in here. And this is the last of my celery, so I might pick out a few pieces just to use for, no, never mind. I've cut it up in the blender. It's done. I saw a recipe today. I saw actually a couple recipes today for falafel, raw vegan falafel. One of them was this big, long, complicated thing, and I was watching it, and I was kind of fast forwarding through it, you know. And then I found one that was like 2 minutes, and I'm like, oh, 2 minutes. Yeah, that's the key. But with me, it's kind of like, you're not really like watching the video to like see the food that much. It's to see me and to keep in contact with me, and, you know, me talk about like stuff like the COVID-19 vacation. Speaking of which, Ralph Smart has a new video out that I was watching today. I had to stop it because I'm like, no, I gotta work out. I gotta work out. So, it's an interesting video. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some water in here. I'm gonna blend it. And then I am going to strain it in with a nut bag. So let me get the nut bag and let me get my, you know what? Yeah. Oh, this is okay. I'm just gonna use this. Okay. So usually what I do is I have a 4-cup measure, and I stick this in the 4-cup measure, and I pour the celery juice in there, and then I squeeze it out. But I just remembered it's got iced tea in it, so that would be a whole decanting process, and we're not going to bother with that right now. Okay, so this is my nut bag. I got this on Amazon a while back. I think it was something like $12. It's really, really worth it. I pretty much use it mostly for celery juice. You could use it for nut milks, but whenever I make nut milk, I don't strain it. Who cares? You know? But I guess if you wanted a really smooth nut milk, you could bother. But this is, for me, this is for celery. All right, so I'm going to blend this. Pour some water in here and blend it on up. And let's see what we got here. Okay, whoops. All right. I don't know how long this is going to take. Hopefully not too long. Don't want to kill people with the sound of the blender. All right, here we go. right, we're gonna blend it one more time just to be sure. Okay, that was fun. All right, so now we have our blended juice. And I'm just gonna put my bowl right here. And you know what, this isn't gonna work. Because, no. Use my big bowl. I have a big bowl right here. I'll use my big bowl. So I can pour this in the big bowl and it'll be fine. I do not really trust it to go in that little glass bowl. Okay, we're pouring it. Ooh-wee. There we go. And then the other thing that I want to tell you is if you're making celery juice with a blender, is that it's very, very important that you wash your blender immediately. Yeah, so I'm going to squeeze this out so you can see the squeezing portion. Okay, so here we go. Just going to squeeze it out. Here we go. Let's get it squeezed into the bowl. And then I can just dump it into a glass and that'll be fine. And then I will drink it and it'll be delicious. Wow, this is a lot of celery. I think when I'm done with this, I will have enough pulp to make some celery crackers. Ugh! Yeah, you can see it takes some muscle to get this. Squeeze out all the drops, but it sure beats cleaning a juicer, right? Nobody likes to clean a juicer. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be an invention out there that, you know. All right, well, I got to clean this blender. So that's it for me today. Hope everyone is having a wonderful time. And I will see you next time right here. Thanks for watching.